Welcome everyone to the inaugural entry of the Rose Experience. For all the newcomers, which I guess means all of you, this show will cover all my ridiculous opinions on, well, everything, but mostly video games. And here we go. Since graphics have been such a talking point over the last few months, I thought I'd throw in my 2 cents regarding what I think is the best looking game of 2014. There's so many ways you can tackle the conversation of visuals in games and how they're defined. Sure, it's all subjective, but what are the factors at play here? Do technical specs take precedence? I mean, what kind of RAM is it? Is it GDDR5 or is it DDR3? I don't really know. Or is art direction the most important aspect? Are games art? Are we art? What is art? I guess there's really no good answer, so I'm just gonna go with my gut here. The first game that came to my mind was the PlayStation 4's recent exclusive of infamous Second Son.
I did this, and I gotta fix it.
Despite its faults that I outlined in my review, of which you can find here, the game is a technical marvel and arguably the best looking game released so far for next-gen consoles. Sunsets are warm and the world of Seattle seems lived in with real-life locales at every turn. Characters come alive with every smirk and wink, and the leaps in facial capturing help performance exponentially. Graphics rarely make a game, but in Second Son's case, the visuals add significantly to the end product. The entirety of my first playthrough had my jaw on the floor. Taking a realistic approach, developer Sucker Punch takes full advantage of technical specs with beautiful anti-aliasing and performance, all the while pushing out a complete experience in full 1080p. But to me, that isn't the best looking game released this year. And sure, tech specs get my gaming dick as hard as the next guy, but there's more to it than that. I'll admit to being susceptible to fantastical or sci-fi settings that deviate from reality. And to me, the best looking game so far is surprisingly a last-gen game. That being Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Admittedly a disappointing sequel after the previous entry, Lords of Shadow 2 captures both the medieval setting of what a Castlevania should offer and a dystopian modern city on the brink of hellish collapse. The castle is huge and every bit as creepy as it should be. With sprawling vistas, gorgeous candlelit hallways, the visuals add to the mood of Castlevania in every possible way. I'm amazed that all this is possible on hardware bordering on a decade old now. And Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 proves that no matter how much RAM you have, what resolution your game is running at, and how high your frames per second are, that there's more to visuals than the numbers you see on paper. Crazy concept, I know. So what's your favorite looking game so far this year? Do you think I'm crazy, or are there either of these two your personal picks so far? Share your comments and thoughts below, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening to the Rose Experience.